Hey everyone, this is Razviel Ramos here to do another vlog. Today I'm going to be talking about my thoughts on the new Tales from the Crypt reboot that I just seen. I've seen the teaser trailer and M. Night Shyamalan talking about how it's like a dark Walt Disney story. It's going to be like that on TNT. And he said that the Crypt Keeper is coming back. Now I do know that a lot of people were concerned about that because we didn't know we were going to get the actual Crypt Keeper, like from the comics, the old man Crypt Keeper that we saw in the movie, or the HBO version. But I do know that the HBO version is owned by the people that worked on that show, and they had to get permission. I don't know if we're going to get him back. I did see him in the teaser trailer, so it's a possibility we might get him back, or we're going to have a different variation of him. And the stories I've seen, like, I think he's just shown us a few stories. Or I think they were bits and pieces of his movies. I hope it's good. That's all I'm hoping. And if it continues on, the one thing I want to see continue, the one thing I want to see is either a few reboots of the classic series, a few reboots of the comic book series, but the one reboot that I want to see happen, or either a continuation, and this is like dubbed the worst episode of Tales from the Crypt, excluding the 7th season, which was all bad from beginning to end, was Operation Friendship. Now, if you don't know what that episode is about, I believe, the character of Nelson, who had an imaginary friend named Eddie, who lived together for a while, and then Eddie decided, hey, why don't you go out and talk to that girl? Then Nelson starts falling in love with the girl. Long story short, Eddie takes over Nelson's body. And I know that a lot of people did not like that episode. They felt like it was kind of weak, and it was just... It was not right. Let's just say that. It wasn't right. So, here's my suggestion for that reboot or continuation. Well, I'm going to say continuation is either the girl who is with Nelson and Eddie and Nelson's body somehow finds out that Nelson's not who he says he is. And Nelson just comes out of nowhere and says, hey, he's in my body. He tried to tell me to kill you, but I wasn't weak. I was too weak back then. I need you to help me to take my body back and get rid of him. And the whole, the creepy stuff happens, and Eddie winds up being destroyed completely. I think that would have been a better ending for the original, but hey, what we got. A few more reboots of certain episodes. Like, go ahead, like, do some sort of reboots. And I'm hoping that the show is pretty good. That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping that the show winds up being decent, and it's not like, oh, we're going to make it so scary, it's going to be so bloody. And I'm wondering what Crypt Keeper they're going to be using. Either they're going to use the Crypt Keeper from the comics, or they're going to somehow get the Crypt Keeper from the HBO version, because I know the HBO version, they needed to get permission for it because of the likeness and the character. Because I know that they released 2 versions of the movie Ritual. One with without the Crypt Keeper, and one with the Crypt Keeper. So I think we're going to get the same Crypt Keeper because the fans are going to be demanding for that Crypt Keeper. And you don't know, we might get other reboots of classic anthology shows like Monsters and Tales from the Dark Side. I know that Sci-Fi is going to be doing Channel Zero Season 2, which is No End's House. And I have been hearing rumors of another Twilight Zone reboot, because the last reboot wasn't that good. Yeah, the first episode really pissed me off about the Evergreen episode where they kill kids who are too bad. Yeah, who's the true villain in that episode? But, yeah, I'm hoping that the show's good, and it does continue on the legacy of Tales from the Crypt. And later down the line, we might get reboots and maybe original stories, or even adaptations of the Tales from the Crypt comic. Also, I think because they're owned by Turner, we might even get a new Tales from the Crypt animated series. And yes, I did like the animated series. It was pretty good and it was awesome. But that's all I gotta say for this vlog, and I'm hoping that the show is good. Let me know down below in the comments, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.